Remember that time Disney World built a space hotel?
Today we're talking about brand new hotels.
Galactic Starcruiser is the brand new Star Wars experience.
It is the hottest topic since the Figment popcorn bucket.
It only has 100 rooms, so not a lot of people can go on it at once.
But instead of a standard hotel experience where you check in, you have a bed, some amenities, but ultimately you leave and you go and enjoy your vacation at the theme parks.
It's part a hotel, it's part an escape game, it's part immersive improv theater.
The idea of being locked in a warehouse for 2 days with a bunch of Orlando improv actors really upsets me.
Part cruise vacation. It's nothing like this has ever existed in the world.
It is very cool if you like that kind of thing.
I need to know that I can get cold brew in the morning really easily without having like an improv actor talking to me about like some sort of mission I have to go on. It's like, no, I'm not going on any missions until I get my cold brew. Leave me alone.
What everyone is talking about is the price tag.
It makes you sweaty, right? To put 4 people in a room, a very small room, it's $6 grand for the 2 nights.
Expensive, but the way that they market it, it may just be worth it, you know?
That includes all your food, that includes drinks, not alcohol. That includes it's all you can eat. That includes a park ticket to Hollywood Studios, includes Lightning Lane on the attractions there. It includes the whole experience.
You're paying for the fact that you can only really do this here, and it's not really a vacation because you're gonna be working for the Resistance of the First Order if you wanna get your money's worth. And that's amazing. I wouldn't call it a vacation.
I think that there's an opportunity. I think it's possible that this is truly sort of a next gen vacation experience, that it's not really something that any of us have seen before, and that it is so novel in what they offer and in what you are given and the experience that you have while you're on it, that you could walk away being like, that's a lot of money, but for a once in a lifetime thing, maybe it's worth it for you.
This experience is not for the people who, you know, just like to kick it in Batu. These are for people who wish that they were off-world, having an adventure in space, training with lightsabers.
Basically, if this were a Harry Potter hotel, I would be paying that $5,000 happily. Maybe not happily, but not for my bank account, but I would enjoy it.
The rooms on the Galactic Starcruiser are very small.
The rooms are cool, but petite.
Are rumored to look like Martha Stewart's cell when she was in prison. But you didn't hear that from me, honey.
The rooms have a normal bed. They also have these bunk beds that are like kind of like carved into the wall of sorts.
They're adult size. I slept in those. You like sleep in a sleeping bag instead of a blanket, which at first I was like, this is just getting weirder and weirder. Am I space camping? But I actually liked the sleeping bag. It was really comfy and very warm.
I think the coolest thing about it is your window is not a window to Florida. Obviously, you're in outer space. It's a window to space.
Space food is shockingly good. I was nervous about space food, okay?
I was expecting like Galaxy's Edge quality food, but that food was actually like...
First of all, they know how to make a good pizza in space.
But I want you, just for the fun of it, viewer, I want you to imagine for a second that you're on a Starcruiser that offers you all you care to drink blue milk.
The bubble grilled cheese and tomato soup is awesome. There was like this incredible meteor egg, which is like a Scotch egg, and I don't even like Scotch eggs, but it was cooked perfectly, and it's this like flaky, buttery crust of the sausage and the runny egg. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I've been thinking about it for a week.
I am a sucker for an oozy egg. If an egg is oozing, I'm interested.
And then rocks like an ocean liner does. Now I understand that space doesn't move like water, but there would be some movement.
Oh my gosh, there's a variety of bao buns. There's like a beef one, a chicken one, a veggie one, and on the kids menu, there's a cheeseburger pod. The galaxies have collided.
Vomit Comet indeed, my friends. It is a recipe for blue spew disaster.
Oh, if I were in Star Wars world, I would be part of the Resistance, definitely. I would not be First Order, no.
I'd definitely be on the side of good just because that's just who I am. I'd flirt with the dark side just a little bit though.
I am scared of Kylo Ren and all of those guys, so I don't know. I might be retreating sooner than I should, but I'm definitely a Gryffindor, if you know what I mean.
I'd be like, hey y'all, y'all so crazy. No, I can't. I can't.
Well, I aligned with the Resistance during my initial adventure because I like the good guys.
No, I will not use the Force against her. I will, maybe just a little bit. Ooh. Okay, I'm gone. I'm sorry, I'm good.
Oh, wow.
Disney's Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel, everything's in a title.
Hotel New York, Art of Marvel, that me and Lindsay got to stay at, is the newly designed Hotel New York at Disneyland Paris.
And it was opened in 1992 as Hotel New York. Sort of a Art Deco love letter to New York.
An America themed, which is funny. It's like, oh, come to this New York themed hotel. You wouldn't have that in America because we have New York.
And then in 2017, it was announced that it would be getting a retheme. That the Avengers and Marvel would be kind of taking over Hotel New York and it would be completely rethemed.
A little bit different than you might be thinking when you hear Avengers Hotel. It is not an interactive hotel like Starcruiser is, but instead is the Art of Marvel Hotel.
It has a very sleek, modern New York feel with artwork from Marvel, from the Marvel Universe.
But it's not just like any Marvel artwork. They commissioned dozens of artists to create all new artwork inspired by both the films and the MCU and the comics.
There's over 350 pieces of Marvel art from over 100 different artists.
If I were, I'm not a huge like comic book nerd, but if I were, that would be like such a neat thing to have at the hotel.
What's the cost?
Certainly for an American going there with the exchange rate, it's going to cost you.
Our travel agent booked it and it was in euros, but this is gonna run you between, $400 and $700 a night. But it's an amazing hotel, and with an amazing hotel comes an amazing price tag.
No thanks. Keep your Marvel pictures. I'll be at the Marriott down the street with the free Continental Breakfast, mind you, okay? Yes, I will have another glass of orange juice. Thank you.
I just talked about Starcruiser, right? Would you go all the way to Florida just to go to Starcruiser? I think maybe, right? Because there's activities and experiences and it's truly immersive.
I wouldn't go all the way to Paris just to stay here.
Just to stay at I'm gonna go all the way to Paris to stay at a hotel? No.
I do want to go to Paris for a variety of reasons. First of all, I obviously, if it were not clear, I would like to live the Emily in Paris lifestyle.
Let's be honest, if I'm going to Paris, the #1 reason I'm going is cheese and wine. And then it'll be a bonus that I get to stay at the Art of Marvel and then I get to go to Disneyland Paris.
I don't know if the hotel itself is that much of a draw to me. Like, I'd want to visit the hotel if I were there. Like, I'd want to hotel hop on over and check it out. I don't know if I need to stay there. It looks very cool. I just don't know if I need to stay there.
Going to Disneyland Paris is a must visit. And I want to stay in the Disneyland Paris hotel. That's where I want to stay. This one would be something that I would do on maybe my second or third trip.
They are building a Marvel campus over there in their Disney Studios park. So I don't know if I would just go to that hotel, because Disneyland Paris is cool and has some unique things. But if you're a Marvel fan, I think it's a must. It's really cool.
Précieuse de l'hyperespace dans la vitrine du collectionneur.
Riviera Resort is Disney World's newest non-space hotel.
Riviera Resort.
Bonjour, hello.
I would like to welcome you to the Riviera.
Oh, the Riviera.
Here, everything is expensive and everything is amazing.
Oh, mon Dieu.
But we're going to look at the solarium.
Take a look at this fun art that is on the wall. I'm suddenly turning German.
Disney's Riviera Resort is quite possibly the nicest Disney resort on property. I love it. It's deluxe.
And it is themed to Walt and his wife Lillian's travels around the French and Italian Rivieras.
I love the artwork at the Riviera because it's pictures of Walt Disney and Lillian, his wife, or pictures that Walt took. It doesn't get more personal than that. It doesn't get more Walt than that.
This resort is a love letter to Walt and Lily.
Much like the Art of Marvel, they commissioned a bunch of artwork that's exclusive to Riviera, but it's all Disney art themed. So like imagine some of the most famous European painters of all time, and imagine if some of their most famous paintings had Disney characters like subtly worked in.
One of the shops within the Riviera, there's a full digital gallery of every piece that's featured, and you can buy them. There's an art scavenger hunt that really encourages you to go and find these pieces of art and to check them out and to seek them out because it's a featured element of the resort.
And I'd be remiss to not talk about the mosaics that you can find. As you are heading over to the Skyliner, you will see kind of an archway. And inside that, there are two mosaics that go completely overhead in that tunnel. One of them is representing Peter Pan and the other is Tangled.
Riviera Resort's expensive.
The vibes are bougie, you know, so it feels like it should be as much as it is.
I don't know if it always lives up to that.
Now, some of those rooms though, ain't worth the price. I'm just gonna be honest, okay?
Especially when you consider that their standard room is smaller than rooms at Value Resort.
That little studio that's about this big.
Now when you walk into the Tower Studio, it is very pretty, but it is incredibly small.
It's enough room to stand in and sit down, and the bed comes out of the wall and essentially takes up all the space in the room.
The resort is so beautiful that I think it makes up for the fact that maybe your room is smaller.
Now, if you happen to live in Los Angeles, it might feel like it's a big space because, you know, we don't have any room in our places we normally stay. So compared to your home, it might even feel like you've got all the room in the world. But if you are from a normal place where there's actually square footage in your home, this might feel small to you.
Not only is it between Epcot and Hollywood Studios and you can ride the Skyliner to either park, but there's an amazing restaurant at the top, Topolino's Terrace.
Not only does a really nice character breakfast,
it's simply fantastic. The food is delicious. The characters are cute. You see them multiple times.
You can't go wrong. I love this restaurant.
They make a lot of their stuff in-house. They import a lot of ingredients, including wines, cheeses, olive oils, salts. They import a lot of that stuff from France and Italy, so the cuisine here is excellent.
This place tops my list. I love going here, bringing people. If I'm not eating in a theme park, I am eating at the Riviera Resort.
You are a toy!
So the Toy Story Hotel will be opening in April of this year at Tokyo Disney. And as you might have guessed, it is themed exactly like Toy Story.
And it looks, hey howdy hey, amazing.
I bet Molly would flip about a Toy Story Hotel.
Yes, I want to go to the Toy Story Hotel. Have we met? My favorite character is Buzz Lightyear. Also, I really want to go to Tokyo Disney because I've heard it's the best one. So yeah, I would like to go.
It sort of has the over-the-top theming style that the Value Resorts have.
This is very thematic. This is like toys.
It kind of reminds me of like Art of Animation here, where you get like very, very well themed hotel, but you don't have to pay $1 million, jillion dollars for a big room.
But it looks like the amenities are a little closer to maybe a moderate, maybe a deluxe resort.
I've heard it's a moderate level resort. Currently, Tokyo Disneyland has a value price tag resort and a deluxe resort. They're also working on a new deluxe hotel, luxury hotel that's going to be opening with the Tokyo Disney Sea expansion next year.
So as far as the rooms go at the Toy Story Hotel, you are basically going to just sleep in Andy's room.
Okay, you've got the blue sky with the white cloud wallpaper.
There's an Etch-a-Sketch television. The bathroom has like Wheezy singing.
I feel a little weird. I feel a little like I'm cramping their space.
If you put Do Not Disturb on, Could Andy still come in?
Like, I'm like, I'm sorry, Andy and your mom. Can I hang out? Can I sleep over? Please, my mom said it's okay if it's okay with you.
And I think that Lotso having a restaurant that's exclusive to hotel guests, I mean...
Interesting choice for a restaurant.
Out of all the characters from Toy Story to get a cafe, I don't know that I totally agree with it being Lotso.
You can start your day with breakfast with Lotso, and you can end your day with dinner with Lotso.
They should have meteor eggs. I'm kidding. That was a callback. In comedy, they call that a callback. Did you know this?
I don't love Lotso, so I wish this was a different thing.
He's not the nicest guy.
Because he's a controversial figure in the Toy Story world.
An evil bear that tries to murder some of the most beloved characters of all time. What's next? Voldemort-themed restaurant? I would go.
That's a Lotso, but I think it's enough Lotso for me. Like, just right.
Overall, if I could just stay at any of them, pricing wasn't an issue. Definitely the Riviera. I know there's a lot of other people who are going to see Starcruiser because that is far and away the most expensive option. And I would like to do Starcruiser once, certainly. But I am a Riviera girl through and through.
I would pick the Toy Story hotel because it just looks like a lot of fun. I don't know. The other two are dark and serious, and the Toy Story hotel is bright and cheery and fun looking. Is it okay to have fun? Are we allowed to have fun anymore?
Galactic Starcruiser is definitely the one because, let's face it, I want to eat blue shrimp.
I do think we should do an entire Starcruiser episode because there is enough controversy, there is enough shenanigans on the internet, there are enough people click-clacking their fingers with their thoughts. And I think the RTT gang should get in on that conversation.
Molly's taking us all on her. Molly's taking us. Wow, I did not know Molly had all that money to throw around. Molly, thank you. I would love to do a whole episode on that. Thank you for inviting us. Can my kid come? We'll leave our daughter at home. Just me and Lindsay will come. Thank you. Wow, I've always wanted to fly on the Halcyon and have blue shrimp. That's so generous of you, Molly. Thank you. We can bring our kid. I mean, amazing. Wow, I just learned a lot about the new Disney hotels around the world. Now, watch this next episode where we joke about popular restaurants. It's awesome.